Right now on H-Town High School Sports, we're breaking free on a fantastic week of football, including high drama in Katy and an overtime nail-biter in Crosby. We'll have the highlights from across the area. We're making a splash with a special report on water polo, the newest sport in the UIL. And you don't want to miss an amazing edition of the Plays of the Week. We're answering the bell. H-Town High School Sports starts now. Welcome to H-Town High School Sports, powered by Vipe. I'm Todd Freed. The first week of September brought us week 2 of the football season with loads of great games across the area, including a tremendous early season showdown between perennial Class 5A powerhouses as the Crosby Cougars played host to Fort Bend Marshall. Fans on their feet at Cougar Stadium in Crosby in the first quarter. Crosby on the move. Kyron Miles back to throw, floats it to David Ards, touchdown, 20 yards, 7-0 Cougars. Later in the first, Miles goes just a few yards, 14-7 Crosby. In the second, Marshall is driving. Jordan Davis back to throw, finds Jacoby Banks, who gets leveled by Carson Larkin, but he hangs on. Final minute of the half. Davis back to throw, but Brant Wright with a diving interception. 14-7 Crosby at half. In the third, the Buffs come back. Davis, quick pass to Andre Feast. Big opening, bounces off the defender, and Feast is gone. 64 yards for the touchdown. It's tied at 14. Later in the third, handoff to Jonathan Haynes, and he explodes untouched. This will be an 80-yard touchdown. 21-14 Marshall after 3. In the fourth quarter, Crosby comes back. Miles floats it to Cade Udy, touchdown. The game would go to overtime, tied at 21. In the first overtime, Cougars, Levi Fontenot, nice move, 16 yards, touchdown, 27-21 Cougars. So Marshall has to score. It's third and long. Davis scrambles, he throws, and his pass is intercepted by Carson Larkin, and that will end the game. What a game. Crosby celebrates. 27-21 the final. In overtime, the Cougars take it. That's the Klein Oak Panthers taking on Cinco Ranch. Great non-district game. Opening kickoff, Seth Salvarino for Cinco Ranch fakes the reverse. Down the right sidelines he goes. Gets a good block. Seth going and going. Can he score? And yes, he gets in there. 97 yards, 7-0 Cougars. Panthers now. Lucas Shearhorn takes the snap and then pumps, scrambles right, still scrambling to the end zone. Austin Hevlin dives, touchdown. What a play. Game tied at 7, and the crowd loves it. Cougars now. Sam McKnight takes it, 5-yard touchdown. It's 14-7, Cinco Ranch on top. In the second quarter, Klein Oak, Shearhorn goes deep to Caleb Black. Over the defender, what a catch, touchdown. It's 14-13, Cinco Ranch. Panthers again. Caleb Black takes it, and he goes untouched, touchdown. 19-14, Klein Oak. Cougars right back. Gavin Rutherford back to throw. He finds Salvarino. What a night he had. Great move, breaks free, down the sidelines to the 1-yard line. That set up a touchdown, 21-19 Cinco Ranch. Later in the half, Panthers, Shearhorn, right side, and he will score. Klein Oak goes back up, 26-21 at the break. In the third quarter, here's Cinco Ranch. Rutherford back to pass. He goes deep. Salvarino has it on the run, touchdown, 28-26 Cougars. Klein Oak threatening. Keyshawn Wooten will power in. He gets a touchdown. 33-28, Klein Oak. Oak on the move again. Shearhorn to the end zone. Cinco's Superior Hill is superior. He strips it from the receiver and an interception. Nice. Crazy play right here. Rutherford takes it. Then he scrambles right towards the sideline. The hurdle? Well, not quite. More of a drop kick. Tempers flare, but no harm done. Later in the fourth quarter, Klein Oak again. Here's Shearhorn, right side, and touchdown, and in a wild one, Klein Oak wins 40-35. In Katy Friday night, two of the region's and even state's top 10 teams faced off, with the Katy Tigers, ranked number 5 in Texas, hosting state number 10 ranked Atascocita. Now, both teams were coming off impressive season opening victories, with Atascocita shutting out Dickinson and Katy dominating Clear Springs. So the stage was set for a great game, a game that also gets our nod as the Fred Haas Auto Group Game of the Week. Here come the Katy Tigers at Legacy Stadium in Katy. They were sky high for this one. First quarter, Tigers drive it down. Caleb Koger rolls right, and then he runs to the corner. Koger will dive in for the touchdown. 14 yards, 7-0 Katy. First play of the second quarter. Atascocita quarterback Zion Brown finds Claude Slaughter. There he is, touchdown, tied at 7. More Zion Brown for the Eagles. Rolls right, and then he will deliver to Kyron Lee, and Lee will break it. 35 yards for the touchdown, 14-7, Eagles still in the second. Here's Koger to throw. He goes deep, looking for Oliver Ginn, and has it. Almost scores 61 yards. That set up a touchdown, game tied at 14 at half. In the third, Tigers on the move. Here's Koger. Fires to Adam Jackson. Touchdown. Tigers up 21-14. Atascocita answers. They will go to Tony Blaylock. Blaylock with a nice move right there. And then he races his way all the way to the 5-yard line. From there, it will be Tony Blaylock again. Up the gut, Blaylock scores. We're all tied. Late in the game now. 1 minute to play. We're tied at 28. For the Tigers, Seth Davis on the carry, Davis down the left sidelines, and then that, the cutback, and Seth Davis breaks free on a 57-yard touchdown, and that would be the game winner. He rushed for 190. The Tigers will celebrate. Look at head coach Gary Joseph high-fiving everyone. A tough, hard-fought 35-28 victory. What a game. Your Fred Haas Auto Group Game of the Week. Battle of the Berg in Rosenberg. BF Terry against Lamar Consolidated. At stake, the Victory Bell Trophy. Great rivalry. Terry answered the bell on defense. On the pass attempt, picked off by Hamed Masha, and returns it all the way to the 15-yard line. On offense for the Terry Rangers, it'll be Marvin Thomas on the carry. Big hole, breaks it to the right side, and he'll take off down to the 32-yard line. Same drive for the Terry Rangers. Jason Cruz rolls right. He looks for Ragon Johnson. Touchdown, 7-0 Terry at half. In the third quarter, Lamar Consolidated gets something going. Bradley Richardson, left side, all the way to the 5-yard line. They only got a field goal, 7-3 in the fourth now. Terry right back. Marcus Townsend on the carry. Great cut right there. Townsend taking it to the 25-yard line. Then it's Marcus Townsend again. Big hole, little stiff arm right there, and he gets the touchdown. And Terry would take home the victory bell. Hey, ring the bell. Rangers win it. 21-3 is the final. Elsewhere, two teams that look good in season-opening victories were the Stratford Spartans and the Oak Ridge War Eagles. Those two teams faced off in a terrific non-district matchup Friday night. The Stratford Spartans playing host to the Oak Ridge War Eagles at historic Tully Stadium. First quarter for Stratford. Nash Rankin scrambles, rolls right, then throws, and Tristan Williams somehow makes the catch. Spectacular. Then for the Spartans, Jake Brand had a great game. Check out the 360 spin down to the 12-yard line. They got a field goal and a 3-0 lead. Oak Ridge now. Steve Smedley, left side, turns on the speed, and he scores. 6-3 War Eagles. Spartans right back. Dallas Payne inflicting some pain. Watch him rumble up the middle all the way to the 18-yard line. That will set it up. Then it'll be Nash Rankin to Jake Brand at the 10, and Jake Brand battles and powers in for the touchdown. 10-6 Spartans. Later in the second quarter, more Stratford. It'll be Dallas Payne who goes in for the touchdown. That makes it 17-6. Oak Ridge now, late in the half. Steve Smedley back to throw. He fires to Elijah Porter. Porter, nice move there, and he breaks free for the touchdown. 17-12 at half. Second half, big play here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Rankin to Jake Brand, left sideline. Brand will break free, 54 yards. He had 177 yards and 3 touchdowns. Stratford wins 31-28. Up next, more football as Klein Collins faces Dawson. It's off to Cinco Ranch to meet our Coach of the Week. And later, we'll feel the rhythm with the Rhythm Energy electrifying Plays of the Week. Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports, powered by Byte. I'm Todd Freed. One of the region's winningest programs year in and year out is the Klein Collins Tigers. And after lighting up the scoreboard for 62 points in last week's season opening win over Magnolia, the Tigers are again looking like a force to be reckoned with this season. Collins faced the Dawson Eagles on Friday night.
Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3, Eagles!
Dawson Eagles fired up, and so were their fans, and so was Klein Collins. First quarter for Collins. Tucker Parks to throw. Ethan Wyatt makes the catch on the money. Touchdown, 29 yards. Still in the first. Here's Parks again. Rolls left, goes deep to Donovan Baker. All by himself. TD, 14-0 in the second quarter. More Tucker Parks. He can't find anyone, so he'll take it himself. And an easy 20-yard score, 24-0, Klein Collins. Dawson trying to get back in it. Colin Johnson will get in for the touchdown. That made it 24-7 at half. Second half now, Tigers defense was dominant. Gage Llewellyn with the big sack of Colin Johnson. Then Tucker Parks goes back to work. He'll go deep and look for Ethan Wyatt. And Ethan makes the grab in traffic down to the 10-yard line. From there, next play, Michael Wilson scores. Klein Collins rolls 38-14. After an amazing turnaround season last year, the Cinco Ranch Cougars certainly built on that turnaround with a decisive season opening victory over College Park. Cougars head coach Chris Dudley has done a tremendous job in spearheading the resurgence of the Cinco Ranch program. And Coach Chris Dudley gets our nod as the ARS Coach of the Week. Coach, tremendous turnaround season for you guys last year, and then you start this year with a big win. How did that momentum from last season carry on to this season?
We were really pleased last week with our performance coming out in week one and really playing well in all 3 phases, and that was really a continuation of last year's season. And we had some great success last year, going 8-5 and making the regional semifinals. And for our kids to continue to work hard in the off season and be focused right from game one, week one, it was great to see, and it was a great win for us.
Last season, you get your first playoff victory in 5 years. Not only that, you advance to the 3rd round of the playoffs. Tell me about the resurgence of this Cinco Ranch program.
It's been a steady process. This is year 4 since I took over in this position, and it's about creating a culture and putting our stamp on things. And our kids have bought into the message. They've bought into our core values.
You were here for 15 seasons under head coach Don Clayton, a legend in these parts, and now you're back at Cinco Ranch. How special is it to be back with the Cougars?
This is the place I grew up in as far as my educational career and my coaching career. I learned from a lot of great coaches through those years. It's a great community full of great people, great kids. We're blessed to have a great coaching staff, so just really blessed to be in the position we're in here.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Todd Freed. Hey, just when the sport of water polo was set to finally become an official UIL sport last fall, the COVID pandemic put an unexpected delay to those much anticipated plans. But this fall, better late than never, water polo is making quite a splash as the newest sport to enter the UIL.
Three, 1, 2, 3, get away!
It isn't a new sport on the high school scene, but it is a sport that's ascended to a whole new level, with water polo officially adopted into the UIL. Especially welcome news for perennial powers such as Strake Jesuit and Cy Creek, who faced off here in this non-district matchup.
It's a dream come true. It's been pushed back for so long. We've been waiting for it for a couple years. So to finally hear that it was becoming official, I mean, we were all ecstatic. We couldn't wait for training to start.
For nearly a half century, high school water polo had been regulated by the Texas Interscholastic Swimming Coaches Association, best known as TISCA. But now, under the UIL, funding for water polo programs will increase statewide, along with opportunities for more schools and more kids to participate in the sport.
I think it's amazing. It's been a big deal for a while in Texas, and just so getting kind of more of that like recognition and just attention, and also like it's allowing new schools to play and enter. So like money's not as much of an object, or pool space. So that's great. I'm really excited for it.
I think it's awesome. The kids finally get some recognition. I think it forces other schools to play. Or maybe have some kids that see other kids from other schools playing and go, hey, that's kind of a neat thing to do. We need to start doing that at our school.
And much like the case in any other UIL sport, postseason playoffs and the quest for a state championship offer additional excitement and motivation for players.
We had that before UIL, but now I guess it seems like more of a big deal. And so there's like way more teams competing for it, and it's harder to actually get there. And so as a team that I think we can actually get there, it's really promising looking forward into the future.
I think it's a huge step for our program in general, and it provides more competition and more of an official deal for our school now.
Just to play this sport is especially demanding. You not only need to be a strong swimmer, but it's often described as a mix of soccer and rugby in the water. A skill set of multiple sports is a huge element to being competitive and successful.
You got to be a good swimmer also, but you got to tread. You got to be able to awareness on defense, help defense. So it's a great sport. My favorite part about it is like it's under an hour. It's very fast paced. It's a contact sport, but it's not collision. Like there's not a lot of injuries, so that's a great part of it too.
Strong swimmer and just commitment. I mean, if you want to put the work in every day, you can be stellar. It's swimming, and the thing that makes it different though from just swimming is that it's a team sport, and you get to come together. It's like family.
For Strake Jesuit and Cy Creek, the goal this inaugural season will be a state championship, as water polo players across the state are making their own splash in the UIL's newest sport. Coming up, it's electrifying. The Rhythm Energy Electrifying Plays of the Week. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, I've got rhythm. How about you? Which can mean only one thing. Time for our second installment of the Rhythm Energy Electrifying Plays of the Week. Wine Oak and Cinco Ranch opening kickoff, a fake reverse Seth Salvarino. Down the sidelines for Cinco Ranch. Still going and going. Will he get in? Yes, he will. 97 yards. Same game. Klein Oak, Lucas Shearhorn scrambles and scrambles, points, finds Austin Heflin with the diving touchdown. Same game, same QB. Shearhorn goes deep. Caleb Black over the defender and the touchdown. Same game. Shearhorn to the end zone, but Superior Hill strips the ball and the interception. Klein Oak wins the game. Fort Bend Marshall and Crosby late in the half. Marshall to throw for Brant Wright on defense. Diving interception. Same game. Late fourth quarter. Crosby down to score. Kyron Miles, perfect pass. Levi Fontenot. Crosby would win in overtime. Stratford against Oak Ridge. Stratford's Nash Rankin scrambles right, throws deep, and Tristan Williams, spectacular juggling catch, and the Spartans win. Klein Collins, quarterback. Tucker Parks, big game against Dawson. This is pretty to Ethan Wyatt. Touchdown. Atascocita and Katy. For Atascocita, Zion Brown scrambles right, and then on the run finds Kyron Lee, and Lee, great move, and the touchdown. But the play of the night, game tied, 1 minute to go. Here's Katy's Seth Davis, and check out the cutback. Wow, spectacular 57-yard touchdown in the dramatic Katy Tigers victory. Wow, your Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week. All right, electrifying for sure. That's it for this week's show. Thanks for watching. I'm Todd Freed. Until next time, stay H-Town proud.